name's Mike and I'm a jackass. Oh shit, wait, no, wrong shot.
So we start today outside the garage. We are picking up some things for the garage though. So we are on the way to Patch Tyre Equipment to pick up the final pieces of the garage, which is 2 lifts. So we're gonna pick up the ramps and hopefully get them installed either today or tomorrow. So these are the 2 poster ramps that are going into our shed.
They're not bad looking, are they?
So massive thanks to Brian from Patch Tyre Equipment for sorting us out the ramps, and we will drop the link in the description for any of you guys that need any lifts, compressors, air tools. He does all of them and supplied our whole garage with them, so they're the tools that we use. So obviously, I don't know, Wayne, what are the tools like? You're more of a tool guy.
We're going up in the world anyway, that's all I know.
Literally we're going up in the world with the ramps. So we'll catch you back at the garage when we're putting these up. So we're back in the shed, and when we got back, things escalated fairly quick, wouldn't you say?
Boom! Look at this, Josh. Look at this. We got a garage, man. We actually got
it looks like a proper garage.
Proper garage.
So they're not screwed in, obviously. They're just kind of propped up at the moment. However sketchy that may be, which makes me very wary if I'm going to be honest. So we're going to leave it there. The guys are going to install these. That's going to be really boring and everything like that.
Yeah, guys going to do all the work, and Josh could pay the home on a Saturday.
Just outed me then. So yeah, next we have is to put this in the air, and we can finally strip the exhaust, the diff, whatever torque tube thing people are talking about.
World famous talk show we keep hearing about. It's an overrated prop in my opinion.
It is an overrated prop that's enclosed. It's a sensitive little prop, I think. Okay, so because this is going to take what I've been now told a while to actually plumb in these, I say we pass the camera quite literally over to Dave and see what he is at.
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm still here. I'm still in my studio / office because I've been working really hard on trying to put the budget together for this entire project. Night and day, hundreds of emails, hundreds of phone calls, but it's been going really well. Really good. Amazing response from so many amazing companies and from you guys at home. A couple of days ago we did an episode on how to get sponsorshipped on our Catch My Drift show, so if you guys haven't watched that, go back and check it out. I gave some advice on that, but I had to obviously take my own advice because we need to create quite a bit of budget, but also we wanted to create partnerships that suited us, that really fit with what we're trying to do, and thankfully I'm able to announce some of those. So we have done another incredible partnership with Link ECU. We talked to Andy a couple of episodes ago, and we're so gracious to the guys at Link ECU for backing our dream on that one. We're also going to be working and continue to work with Mobil 1. So Tom Burke and the guys in Burke Lubricants, which is the Mobil 1 distributor in Ireland in Wicklow, he's been a huge fan of everything we've done over the last couple of years. We've given many of his customers passenger rides, and he's a real petrol head, and he actually helped us get the Mobil 1 Mustang into Ireland. So he's continuing now with maybe the Mobil 1 Corvette and MX5. So Mobil 1 are still back on board, and we'll be running all of their lubricants in all of our cars, and we always do. It's amazing stuff, so thank you very much to them. We also have CM Wheels and Strom Wheels on board as well, along with their subsidiaries Motion Ore and of course Quantum 44 and Tough Tiles. So Strom Wheels are the wheels we're going to be running on the cars. They've got a new wheel out called the DS25. It's actually a drift wheel, specifically drift wheel. Love the design of it. We had a chat with the guys there, and we're going to be running those on all of our drift cars. We're also got our Tough Tiles, which are on the floor of our garage, as you guys can see. And a lot of people were saying, you know, our garage was too much of a showroom. Well, it's definitely a workshop now. As you guys can see, the boys are pulling and dragging engines everywhere, and the Tough Tiles are holding up perfectly. So anyone has a doubt on their durability, we've definitely put them to the test. So thank you very much to Tough Tile for coming on board. Motion Ore, there's a new partner for us, Motion Ore. They essentially customize and build brand new Ford Rangers and Ford Transit vans. that just look absolutely ridiculous. Carbon fiber, leather, they're so far from the standard product, and they are building those out of brand new Rangers and Transits. You guys can purchase them from their website directly and go up and have a look at them. Amazing workmanship going up there. So thank you very much to Motion. Or CM Wheels. Well, CM Wheels are probably one of the biggest wheel distributors in maybe the world, but definitely Europe. These guys do everything for your OEM car to your sports car. They've got a fitment for 4x4s, vans, everything. And the prices are really, really strong as well. So you guys are going to get a great bargain there with CM Wheels. And on top of all of that, we've got another new partner in Moorfield Motors. So Moorfield Motors is a used car specialist and car importer from somewhere between Naas and Newbridge in County Kildare in Ireland. And Mark, who's the owner, is a big rally fan and somehow stumbled across our drift game stuff and wanted to get involved. So Moorfield Motors, we're going to be doing a lot of fun content with them over the next couple of months, and they are super guys to work with. And we're going to be showing you guys all of the stuff they do, and obviously hopefully you guys can pick up a cool car for yourselves at a really good price from those as well. So those partners are all on board. We'll be doing a bit more with them in detail, and the good thing about our partners is they're all petrol heads. They're all about having fun, so we're not just going to be throwing up a load of ads. We're going to be doing some mad fun stuff with them over the next couple of months, which I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. We have another ton of partners that are going to be coming on board for services and parts, but we'll probably reveal those as those parts start to land or the cars start to go get those modifications made. So I would say positive at the moment in the reaction. Obviously super scary at the start, getting the cold emails out and hoping people come back on board, but we've been blown away with the support on this, and it goes to show how much these companies are willing to support people living their dreams and support people who are petrol heads and want to do something special. So we can't thank them enough, and we'll definitely be showing you guys much more about them over the next couple of months alongside all the madness going on with the cars. But right now I'm going to get back to my laptop, back to my emails, back to my contracts, back to my marketing, and hopefully very soon we'll have locked down all of our partners for this project, and I can get out to the shed and help the boys with the cars, which will be coming up very soon. But speaking of which, it's time to go back to Mike and Josh and see what those idiots are up to.
Hi, my name's Mike and I'm a jackass. Oh shit, wait, no, wrong show. So yeah, we're just in here now getting ready to start to cut this back tub off the car. I think of a plan, I don't know, figure it out.
You have a grinder in your hand, Mike.
Josh, give the people what they want. I am the people. Down 45 to go. You can see through these yellow glasses, isn't it? It's like, when you look through it, everything's yellow.
No way.
Shh, there's Wayne. Don't know Wayne it's like his glasses. Yeah, so as you can see, big hole in the back of the car now. That's what Dave asked for. That's what Dave gets. He said he wanted to be able to see his diff and his gearbox. So. Can you see it, Josh?
Can I say, the size of that diff?
Diff's the size of my forearm, like, you know what I mean? Drift car, how that? There's a theory for a madness. So, as you've seen from cutting it off and the absolute state of me, it wasn't steel I was cutting, it was fiberglass. So it's very, very dirty in here now at the moment. But the problem with fiberglass is you can't weld to it. So we need to find the only bit of steel in the back, which is chassis legs. And we're after leaving this top half, right? And the reason I've left the top half is, one, it's a bit straight. Two, your quarters just bolt straight there, okay? And your back bumper bolts straight here. So there's going to be no spending time trying to figure out, you know, your bends, tubing the whole rear end. So what we can do now is we can just put a little bracket up underneath it, add a small bit of strength, build our fuel cell cage here, and our roll cage can come down here as well. Other guys do it other ways. This is the Mike way. You think I'm wrong? Let me know. Bet you can't do it better.
Are you talking to me or the audience?
You, Josh, you. Not the audience. You're the know-it-all. They're sound like, I like them.
So this is the first of probably many packages that we're going to be getting. If they broke, they're going to be useless. I wonder what this part
I'm no rocket scientist, but that is definitely a one.
So it takes no genius to realise that that is the roof. So this will get us the most amount of head clearance. We should have fiberglass doors. These should shed a little bit of weight, and also if they get hit into, see, I think fiberglass kind of bends and pops out sort of thing. Mike says fiberglass bends and cracks, whereas metal kind of bends and you can never bend it into place. So I'm not sure whose theory is going to be right in this. Hopefully mine.
Josh wanted fiberglass doors. Josh gets fiberglass door.
And the last one was the bumper. So this is the bumper, hopefully. I mean, it looks like a bumper.
It's either that or it's a very, 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 very big household phone. You could be like, hello! Hello!
So we're gonna open these up, see what condition they're in, put them up to the car-ish, see how we're getting on.
I say we start with the roof, definitely, because we need that roof for our cage. The most important thing we learned here is it's bumper.
This is
The same as the standard one, but it looks of it, Josh.
yes. So this is of like the newest model of the Mark III. Look how happy it looks.
It does look very happy.
Okay, so
Let's get the roof in, Josh.
yeah, the main part why we opened everything up was to fit the roof, to see how the roof actually fits. So that's what we're gonna get to now and see where we're at. Mike. So what we thought was put the roof on, it should be grand. Mike, is it grand?
One job, look. Just get parts. Get everything that's involved with the parts. Don't get half the parts. You might as well just got the clips and not the roof, Josh.
Okay, so me and Mike were panicking. Well, actually, Mike was panicking over it. I was doing nothing towards it, if I'm going to be completely honest. So actually, the hardtop, the company that sells it, they make the brackets that come with it. So they do actually go into there, and the other part goes into the roll cage, and they're sending them over first thing tomorrow. So that's no problem. So we can't do anything else with the hardtop at the moment. So Mike is now moving out, and I may help actually, because I think he's telling a bit of bull with the doors. I don't think fiberglass doors are as bad as he's actually making out. So he's taking off the doors.
You think I'm over exaggerating? Yeah.
Yeah.
She said the fiberglass roof was going to be perfect.
And look, it fits perfect.
Look at all the clips though.
You can barely blame the clips not coming as it doesn't fit. That's not my fault. I didn't pack them. The plan is with the doors is we're gonna have NASCAR door bars, so we're gonna have to cut all this part out. But because the handle is there, my plan is to save that part of the door card so it looks nice and neat. Chop chop, Mike.
Massive difference, man. Absolute weight of this thing is ridiculous. You won't be able to lift it. Wind your back.
Mike, will you take it off me now? How much would you say that is?
I'd say you get about €50 for it.
I would say that's honestly like, I'd say 40 kilograms, I would say. And these are the new ones.
Some difference. Some difference. Right, come on, let's see how bad the fit is. I mean, good the fit is.
Yeah. So these are less than 5 kilograms each. Obviously, they don't have the door handles or whatever, and you can play with them. Don't drop it now.
Whoa!
I'm gonna put the camera down and fit the other door, and we're gonna get this done as fast as possible. The door fit is.
It's good. They're good quality. They're like, I must admit now. Normally, you know how I feel about fiberglass.
So remember what Mike said at the start. Hates fiberglass doors. None of them fit. These ones off the shelf. I mean, I think you need to make a little bit of a trim there, and that is it. So I say, well, it's late now. It's far past when we should finish.
Time to go home and get to dinner. I think we come back in first thing in the morning. We jump straight back in. We'll do the locks, and I also want to get the brake lines out because we planned on doing that this evening as well. We didn't do that.
That's what we need to do.
So when I do the move to tomorrow thing,
We have got an idea.
what's your idea? Oh, Warren, what are you doing?
Sorry, that was a bit hard.
One, we are into tomorrow on, and thanks for that because you're speeding everything up. Fuck that hurt, man.
So we're into tomorrow through Mike's head. The doors are on. Lots on. Obviously the first episode's gone out now, we're a bit in the future right now, but we saw from the first episode, I'm not sure if I acted dumb in the videos in a sense. So I kind of said nothing fitted for these, nothing was made for these, and obviously I know that Wisefab make a steering arm kit, but at the end of the day, Wisefab is £4 roughly for the front and the rear, and you've still got to modify the steering rack from a BMW and everything like that, so it's not as straightforward as you think, and very expensive. So we do have a plan for the steering. The second one was the RX-8, people saying everything goes on. These chassis underneath are pretty much identical to the RX-8, which we also know, which leads us on to the diff. Okay.
It's the 6-speed RX-8 diff, that's what we got. So after a lot of research that you didn't do, I decided to follow it up, and that's the most common one people are saying to put in the back. Another reason is this car is built off an RX-8. We already know that, we're not that stupid. As you can see, I have the old diff and I have the RX-8 diff, and guess what? They're not far off the same.
So that is the plate that mounts in, so there's 4 holes there.
There's very, very, very little, but there's a small bit in the difference of them.
So yeah, so because we've moved on to the RX-8 diff, we've also got the RX-8 shafts, which are supposedly rated up to, people have been using this diff and the shafts up to around 700 horsepower. So we're aiming for around 500 with this car. So fingers crossed, it should be okay.
As long as you clutch and handbrake at the same time and do all that jazz, yeah.
Okay, so there's a bit of figuring out to do, so we're gonna see how easy the diff goes in. We could be stupid and they could just slot right in, but we're gonna find out, and you guys are probably gonna find out at the same time. So, Mike, montage time.
Montage time?
Montage time.
Okay.
Here at Drift Games, we absolutely love online drifting. But more importantly, for you guys watching at home, we want to get you in the game as well. So we've partnered up with digitalmotorsports.com, Ireland's first online sim store, who are experts in everything when it comes to online drifting. And they're going to give you guys a full free sim rig at the end of this series. Now I know you want to know, how do you win? But it's quite simple. Every single episode of Games Changers, we're going to release a letter. It looks a bit like this. And that letter will form a sentence. And at the end of the series, the first person who can put that full sentence together correctly wins a full simulator. Now that's not bad going.
Take one. Stop it. I'll diff going in.
The wise man once said, everything's coming up Millhouse. Like, it fits, it's not bad, we just need to get it down. You can see there in the back.
Bit there.
It needs to go down like just so little. Like, we're actually being fussy now, which is unusual for me and Josh. So what we're going to do is we're just going to shave a little bit off that line there, and shave a little bit off that line there, and then that should allow us to sit
about
down. Yeah. See, if you see from the front
only
here,
about 3-4
you
mil.
actually see it lovely from the front there now. Like, it's not much that has to go down. So yeah, time to get the sanding device,
Which is code for grinder.
You know, I'm going to sand the lines off.
Moment of truth, Mike.
That's it, man. I'm nervous. You nervous?
I'm nervous.
I might fuck more off. I should have.
Oh,
Is that in?
oh, it's just so satisfying when you went down. Look at the, come to the front and look at the edges there, man.
So is this literally, is this the diff in then?
Yes, for now. We'll see what way the boys want to go about lining up the engine. All they told me is, we can't line up the engine until there's a diff in the back of that. So I'm going to go, boys, there's a diff in the back of that, line up the engine.
That's very incredible, because that was one of the unknowns for this car with the diff, and that is possibly one of the easiest jobs we've done so far.
Oh, let's go, Josh. We're getting good at this shit.
It's like we know what we're doing.
We do know what we're doing, we're professionals.
So we didn't film it going back in, but it went in absolutely perfect, and now, as you can see, diff fully in and flush and secure.
I think so, yeah.
So, how's it gone?
Hit the diff, lad. So what I am thinking is, so this was obviously a hole for getting at your fuel tank or your fuel pumps. It has natural nuts there so we can thread bolts in, and the easiest way of changing the diff, you have to do the 4 nuts on the top as you've seen. So what I'm thinking is we're going to make a plate, leave that hole there, then if we're at an event we need to change the diff, Wayne can get in under the dirty ground and I can get up there and just do them 4 nuts and diff falls in Wayne's chest. Should make life a lot easier than trying to like lie and get in here and all that jazz, because I don't think I can bring my new lifts to Mondello or any other tracks, can I?
So already forward thinking is going in this car for competition.
Yes, my forward thinking, because it's going to make it life easier for me and Wayne. That's the most important thing here, me and Wayne.
So what's next on the job list, Mike?
Right, so what we're really doing is we're working this car ready for fabrication and for getting the engine in and lining the engine up in that massive V8 that's going in it. Or is it? Got it! Get the engine in. We need to do something that I'm really looking forward to. That's cutting the steel bar off. We can't do all the boot floor because obviously it'll just start to fall apart, but we can do certain areas that'll speed up the process hopefully next week. What are you going to do? Play with the lights there?
I'm going to set a time lapse up and then just...
Right, come on, let's go. We're getting giddy. That, maybe.
It's not ideal.
It's not ideal. You want me to nick it off then, take it out, do you?
Yeah.
It feels like something, you know, you'd see them using it wrestling. Like, oh my god, he hit him with the boot floor, like. This is too much! Hey Josh, we're shredding a bit of weight here now. There's a fine pair of legs on it though, isn't there?
I'd say about 12 inches of leg is going to come off.
12 inches? The only 12 inches Josh has is in his car.
I'm a Subway.
Nice.
And Subway. Right, what can I cut next? Come on, give it go. This sparks my face now, it's bringing it all back. Now I know why I love grinding.
So I'd say, Mike, we are at the end of our day for the MX5 for today.
Well look, more progress, that's the most important thing. Diffing. With the bar car up the front, which should make it easy now to get the engine in. Let's we cut the boot floor out. The boot floor's cut out, so we're ready to space it out.
So it's not cut out as much as it's gonna be cut out.
No.
I mean, there's a hole.
There's a hole, so I can go woo woo, but I can't go woo woo because there's a floor there, you know.
Yeah, the plan is to take as much weight out the back as possible. So correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
The chassis leg is only getting cut because technically we don't need that hard steel there, which is going to be an impact zone. So we want to cut it off,
there,
plate it, and then build the whole back end and support bars from there.
That's exactly what we're thinking to do.
Was I wrong? Are you correcting me?
No, you're very right. You're very spot on. I'm getting worried. You know, you're learning here, which is weird.
Slowly but surely, I am knowing what's going on.
You're learning and I'm teaching, and it's actually working. That shouldn't be happening.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap up this episode now. I'm just gonna pass on to Mike to sign out the video.
Sign it out. Well, guys, we really appreciate your views. So we would appreciate it if you like the videos, comment, but also subscribe, because whoever's ringing me is a penis and they just ruined it. It was going well there now.
You just ruined it. So everything that Mike said, and if you have any advice, drop it down in the comments. We'll read it, and we'll probably end up doing it because, again, we don't know too much about here. We do know some things, more than you probably think that we know.
Yeah, we kind of dumb it down a small bit. We act a bit stupider than we are.
Or do we?